And this is the CRT yard that I moored up at on Narrowboat Gorse, that classic canal boat. And I was stuck here for approximately a week, I believe it was, due to a fallen tree. And Gorse ended up playing her part, carrying one of the CRT guys to the rescue. The Cocker Aqueduct.
Have you heard the tale of Aslan and the Gent? Have you seen their travels before? Well, did you know that they're back again and cruising the canals once more? Sold up downsides for a minimalised alternative life afloat. Going boldly where thousands have been before. One man, one life, one boat.
I can just catch a glimpse up there of the A6. And usually when you drive along that section, you get a nice little view looking down onto the canal. I've just been looking at some comments on YouTube, a couple of sort of amusing ones. The first one is, as a Staffordshire chap, and after extensive research, Wright's pork pies is not even in the top 5. What? What are you talking about? That's like your opinion, man. And the other, I just had shoulder replacement surgery and they gave me serious painkillers. It not only eased the pain, but it made the intro song to Travels by Narrowboat sound much better. Well, in my experience, strong painkillers can do unusual things with the mind. This gorgeous old bridge carries a lane which leads to a very, very large and I believe private house, which has its own church. I filmed it several times travelling through, but there's no harm in doing it again, is there? Is there? Now about a mile to Galgate. into the dark unknown. That was number 85, Double Bridge, and Galgate with the Glasson branch is just around this bend. Due to the vandalism, there's extensive repair works going on at the top lock, the number 1 lock. The number 7 C lock, which you wouldn't go through on a canal boat because that goes out to sea, but that's been out of action for many years. There's a continuing argument over who is responsible for it. Is it Canal and River Trust? Is it the sea authorities? So it remains unfixed. And that means that a large part of the water that comes off the Lancaster and is fed down the Glasson branch, instead of staying on the canal and in Glasson Basin, it goes straight out to sea. So you can imagine during times of not a lot of rainfall and warm weather, it's a bit of a balancing act to keep the levels navigable on the Lancaster and keep the Glasson branch open. Often CRT has to take the difficult decision of closing the Glasson branch, like they have now. I will, however, definitely one day go down the Glasson branch. Along here on the left, this is where I usually decide to moor up. Right in here, I think. Yep, that will do me very nicely. So I'm now going to take a walk down to the Spar shop in Galgate and get a coffee. It won't be a decaf, but you know, got to live dangerously now and again. The A6 crosses along here, and it now has average speed cameras, but in the past it was always a bit of a lottery if you'd make it across the road with all your faculties intact. But yeah, these average speed cameras have slowed the vehicles down dramatically, which I have to say also includes me, because I frequently travel up and down this road. Here it goes. That was uneventful. The West Coast Main Line. So far, they haven't got a penny out of me. That is the secret to surviving the system. You know the rules, quietly play by them, and know your enemy. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, that will do me for today. Tomorrow I'll be continuing the 5 miles or so to Lancaster. But yeah, that's all for tomorrow, and I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, and what a morning. That wind has basically gone, and Mr. Blue Sky has returned. Now heading on to Lancaster, 5¼ miles away. Condor Aqueduct. What is that, Latin? I'm delighted to see that the Met Office has got it wrong again. For the longest time, their long-range forecast, probably for about the past month, has been predicting that June would be a complete washout. But no. They're now saying, in the actual 7-day forecast, that it's going to be very pleasant. Sort of like this, really. I do love the countryside. I mean, there's a stillness and a calmness you won't find in any city, outside of probably a meditation centre. Yeah, it just promotes an inner calmness. If you live anywhere near a countryside, then you owe it to yourself to get out there by whatever means, find a quiet spot and just, especially a day like this, sit in the grass, get annoyed by some insects, and yeah, just breathe in the tranquility. Whilst I'm not a huge fan of new build housing, I don't tend to subscribe to this theme that the countryside is slowly disappearing and soon there'll be nothing left but houses. My travels around the UK by boat and bike have shown that there are literally thousands and thousands of square miles of greenery remaining. Parts of Lancashire, as I showed in my shorts as I made my way down to Crick. Not to mention Scotland and the Scottish Islands, and Derbyshire, even parts of the Midlands. Oops, better drop back a bit, I'm tailgating a swan. But that's a sentence you didn't expect to hear today. That's it, don't be a middle lane hogger, pull over. Even Mother Nature needs to learn lane discipline. Brant Beck Bridge and 2 3/4 miles to Lancaster. This is simply called Aqueduct. This is quite incredible that I haven't encountered another oncoming boat all day so far. Yesterday there was one boat. And that was a narrow one. Pipe Bridge and 1 3/4 miles to Lancaster. Well, it was a good job I decided to suddenly stick it in neutral. There was a big log up ahead and it just vanished from view and I could hear like a donk donk, so I put it in neutral and then almost instantaneously this log popped up. I could have ended up with that wedged in the prop. Leaving the dark cutting and heading back into the light. Sure sign I'm approaching a town. Plenty of joggers. Here, turned out nice, isn't it? And I believe we're now officially in summer, whatever that means. But I like to refer it as a pleasant, warm, sunny day, regardless of what tradition likes to call it. Now on the outskirts of Lancaster. Don't quote me on it, but I believe this may be the first time I've travelled to Lancaster on the canal when it's warm and sunny. Oh wow, here's another boat. Only a couple of 100 yards to the basin now, and I'm hoping, with it being a weekday and the canals being extremely quiet, there's going to be a choice selection of moorings. Very handy there because there's an Aldi right nearby, and it's only a short hop, skip and a jump into the centre of Lancaster. Just this bridge and we're in the basin. What were once warehouses here are now rather smart little housing developments. Fits in very well with the area, the general surrounding aesthetic. Student accommodation on the left, and I can remember from about 20 years ago when these were tumbled down warehouses. Right, looks like there's no moorings there, so I'm going to reverse up a little bit and moor up here. It's under a tree, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Right, I'm going to take a stroll into Lancaster and get a latte from Greg's, of all places, for a change. It looks like the Lancaster facilities are closed. I came here when I test cruised Gorse and had a lovely shower. What a shame. This is an increasingly common theme around the network. All these boat facilities are just closing down. Suppose it's cheaper to close them than to keep running them. Perhaps stop funding vanity projects and put the money to running these boat facilities. It's very easy to get distracted and absorbed in negative topics. Negativity can be quite addictive. You have to remind yourself to get a grip. Yeah, Lancaster, quite a busy place, but I like it. It puts on no airs and graces, doesn't pretend to be something it's not. Not like places down south. Ooh. There we go. It's like an oasis for the weary canal traveller. Oh, I don't sing the praises of Greg's for no reason, You can always rely on Greg's to get something tasty, decent coffee, and sausage roll. And they even do decaf coffee. For France's Passage. You wouldn't think a place name could have a speech impediment. I think I better stop filming. I'm getting those strange looks that I used to get when I did street photography. Sign of the times, very sad, I'm afraid. If you're carrying a camera, then by default, you're up to no good. Yeah, I had to get out of there, really. It's just a feeling, plus, if you're holding a camera up, even though it was a mobile, but it's got a strange thing sticking out the side of it, which is a wireless mic receiver, and they zero in on the furry thing stuck to the front of your t-shirt, which is the microphone, and you become sort of like a spectacle. Yeah, I got out of there, but yeah, that is it. I am at Lancaster. As I said yesterday in the previous video, I'm being lifted out on July the 21st. Aslan's going to be re-blacked, and I'm going to be sorting the roof out. Rust treating, sort of wire brushing with an angle grinder, a wire brush attachment in it, and priming, rust treating, priming, undercoat, top coat, and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's all to come. But for now, I'll see you, and cheers.